everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to automatically create newsletters using an AI agent. So I am an owner of a blogging business and I post regularly blogs on my WordPress site. Now over here what I want is that as soon as I'm going to create a new blog, that means a new post on my WordPress account, I want to create the newsletter for it so that I can promote that blog to all my customers. Now doing that manually, creating newsletters for each new post manually is a very time consuming and hectic task. So to solve this problem, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. Now whenever a new post is going to be published on my WordPress account, automatically an AI agent is going to generate the newsletter for that post that I've published. As soon as the newsletter content is going to be generated, I want to create the proper documentation of that content. For that, a document is going to be created for that generated newsletter content using Google Docs pre-created template. So now if you want to learn how to create this amazing AI agent for yourself, for your business, then let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to automatically create newsletters using AI agent. So as an owner of a blogging business, I regularly publish informative posts on my WordPress site to engage with my audience. I use WordPress to schedule and manage all my blog content. Then I use an AI agent that automatically creates the newsletters of the blog that I've posted on my WordPress site. Then I use that same AI agent to send that generated newsletter content directly in my Google Docs for creating the document ready for review or distribution. And I'm going to create this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. For that, on a new tab, I'm going to browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect. After browsing the website, Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. On the landing page, you have two options: sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user, you can directly sign into your Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. I am an existing user, so I'm going to directly sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select this Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you, and in order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here. Firstly, we need to name the workflow, which is going to be AI agent to automatically create newsletters. This is the name I want to give to my workflow. For the folder on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created these many folders in my Pabbly Connect account. And from these folders, I'm going to select a specific one in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI agents as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is then created in the name of AI agent to automatically create newsletters, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One is the trigger window, other is the action window. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first, in which for my trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as WordPress. Using WordPress, I manage the blog content posting. Over here, what I want is that as soon as a new post is going to be created in my WordPress account, automatically the trigger over here is going to capture the response of that. That is why for my trigger application, I've selected it as WordPress, and my trigger event over here is going to be new post published. And then over here, you can see Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Now using this unique webhook URL and by following the steps given here below in the help desk, we are going to build a connection between WordPress and Pabbly Connect. So firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here and open my WordPress account. After logging into your WordPress account, on the left side of the panel, scroll down and go towards this plugins section right over here. After coming to the plugins over here, I'm going to search for the plugin in the name of WP Webhooks, okay? You can see that I've already installed WP Webhooks. You need to install this webhook from this new plugin right here. After installing, activate this plugin in your WordPress account. After activating, from the left side, if I'm going to scroll down in settings, you can see this option WP Webhooks. I'm going to click on it. Then the WP webhooks is going to appear in front of you, and from the panel go to the send data option right here. After coming to send data, if I'm going to scroll down, it says over here post created. I'm going to go to this event, and you can see this post created event is going to appear in front of you, and in this event I'm going to add the webhook URL. For that, I'm going to click on this button. We need to name the webhook first. So for the name of my webhook over here, I'm going to write it as new post created, and for the URL field, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us, and then simply I'm going to add this from here. After adding the URL, you can see it says new post created. Over here, go to the three dots and go to the settings option in this webhook. For the trigger on selected post type, select over here as post. Okay, as soon as a new post is going to be published, so I'm going to select over here published, automatically the response should be forwarded towards the URL. So I'm going to click on the save settings. So now whenever a new post is going to be published on my WordPress account, automatically the response of that post only is going to be forwarded towards this webhook URL. Okay, so after setting up, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new post on my WordPress account right here. Okay, I'm going to add a new post right here. I'm going to give the title and I'm going to write the content. So you can see I've entered this title, the impact of 5G technology on our connected world, and this is the content right here. Okay, after writing the details, I'm going to publish this post from here directly, and you can see over here this post has now been successfully published. Okay, as now a new post has been published, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and you can see the response has been captured right here. If I'm going to tally the response over here, you can see the subject is the impact of 5G technology on our connected world. Okay, status is published. You can see right over here. If I'm going to further scroll down, this was the content that we have added. The arrival of 5G technology marks a major leap forward in the wireless communication. You can see this was the content that we have posted on our WordPress account has now been captured in my trigger. As now the response has been successfully captured in my trigger, this means that WordPress is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now, whenever a new post is going to be published on my WordPress account, automatically the trigger is going to capture the response of that. After setting up our trigger step, now we're going to set up our action step. As now we have the new post content over here in our trigger. Using the details, I want an AI agent to generate the newsletter. For the AI agent, I am using OpenAI. If you want to use any other AI platforms as an AI agent, you can definitely do that. That is why for my action application over here, I'm going to select it as OpenAI. An action event over here is going to be ChatGPT, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you. Honestly, click on add new connection, and it is asking for the token next. Using the token, we're going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. To generate the token, go to this hyperlink given here below in the help desk right here. Then the API keys page of my OpenAI account is going to appear in front of you. To generate a new token, I'm going to click on this create button. For the name of the key over here, I'm going to give it as new key. Project is going to be default project. Permissions as all. Then I'm going to create the token from here. A token is generated. I'm going to copy it from here and paste it in this field right here and click on this save button. You can see OpenAI has now been connected to Pabbly Connect. After connecting, firstly it is asking for the AI model, for which I'm going to select it as GPT-4o Mini. If you want to use any other AI models, you can definitely do that according to your requirement. Next is prompt. What is prompt? It is a text with the help of which an AI agent is going to generate the content according to our requirement. In the prompt, you need to specify all the things that you want and do not want in your generated content. So for the prompt over here, I'm going to write it as... So this is the prompt that I've written. You are an expert newsletter writer who creates clear, engaging, professional newsletters from blog content. Your task is to read the following blog post and produce a concise newsletter draft. Include a catchy subject line, summarize the main points in easy understandable way, and add a friendly call to action encouraging readers to visit the blog or the website for more details. Write in a tone that is informative and approachable to general audience interested in technology. Over here, this is the title and the content. For the title over here, for the data of this field, I'm going to map the data, which is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to select the field, the previous step, that is WordPress new post publish, is going to appear in front of you. As I'm going to click on it, the response that is captured in our previous step is going to appear in front of you. Firstly, it is asking for the blog title. Over here, if I'm going to scroll down in the response, this is the title of the post. I'm going to select the data of the title of my post from my previous response, as I want to generate the newsletter for this post right here. After selecting the data from the previous response, you can see the data is mapped, and as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the blog content, I'm going to map the data of the content right here, okay? After filling in all the required details, the prompt over here, I'm going to simply click on this Save and Send Test Request button right here. As I've done that, I have received a response which is a positive response in which I've received the message content, and this is the newsletter generated by my AI agent. You can see right here, okay? It says subject line, discover how 5G is transforming our connected world. It says hello tech enthusiast, and you can see this is the newsletter generated by my AI agent right here, okay? So as now the newsletter content has been generated by my AI agent successfully, now what I want is, I want to create the proper documentation of this generated content of the newsletter so that I can review or share it to different people. For creating the documentation of this generated content, I am going to use Google Docs. As with the help of Google Docs, I have created a template for the newsletter. Using the template, I am going to create multiple documentation for all the blog that I'm going to post on my WordPress account. So over here in the template, you can see this is one sentence that I've added, that is AI generated newsletter content. In front of it and in the end of it, I have added 2 curly brackets. So this is a variable. In place of this variable, I am going to add the value of the AI generated newsletter content. Okay, that is why I've added this variable. Now using this template, let us create the document. For that, add an action step in this workflow, in which from action application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Google Docs. An action event over here is going to be create document from template, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, and then click on sign in with Google button right here. As soon as I'm going to do that, it is asking for me to choose an account. In which account have we created the template? So this is the account. I'm going to select it from here. After selecting the account, it is asking for the access of that account. For that, I'm going to click on this allow button. As this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to click on this allow button. And you can see Google Docs is connected to Pabbly Connect. Firstly, it is asking for me to select the template document. For the template document, I have created template in the name of newsletter template. So I'm going to select the template document from here. Now it is asking for the new document's name. What is the name of the document that is going to be created from the template? For the name of the document, firstly over here, I'm going to write it as newsletter document for, and next to for, I'm going to map the data of this post that I've created, the title of it, okay? So it's newsletter document for this post title. For the location, I have created a Google Drive folder in the name of newsletter documents. So what I'm going to do is, for the location, I'm going to search for newsletter documents right here and select it from the drop down. It is asking for the AI generated newsletter content. This was the variable, and over here in place of this field, I'm going to map the data for this variable right here, okay? So it is asking for the content, so I'm going to map the data of the AI generated content from here. And after filling in all the required details, I'm going to simply click on this Save and Send Test Request button right here. As I've done that, I have received a response which is a positive response as I've received the document ID. Now I'm going to open my Google Drive folder right here and refresh this page from here. And you can see a new document has been created in my Google Drive folder. And you can see a new document has been created in my Google Drive folder. The document is in the name of newsletter document for the impact of 5G technology for our connected world. And you can see this was the same newsletter generated content that was by my AI agent, okay? The subject line was discover how 5G is transforming our connected world, okay? So as now the new document is created, this means that we have successfully created this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. So now to sum till now what we have done, the trigger is WordPress new post publish. As soon as a new post is going to be published on my WordPress account, the trigger is going to capture the response of that. As now we have the vlog content over here, the title and the body. An AI agent, that is OpenAI ChatGPT, is going to analyze the content and create the newsletter of that vlog. As now the newsletter content is generated by this AI agent, I want to create the proper documentation. For that, I have used Google Docs create document from template. And in this manner, I have created this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect to automatically create newsletters. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.